ground and out. Rebound Bailey. Great to see him get an offense or a defensive rebound right away. Flicks it left to Tiger Campbell. He's directing traffic in a scoreless game just underway. Leisurely passing to the right now. Clark on the dribble drive on the foul line out to Bailey. 8 to shoot. Bailey rotates it back to Campbell. 5 to shoot. As he marches towards the foul line, swivels inside. 2 to shoot. The runner off the glass goes home.
Luckily, Campbell was able to get to where he needs to go because the Bruins really looked stagnant, like they didn't know what they were doing on that offensive possession.
Rebound from Bailey to get it started. He'd had one defensive rebound in his last 70 minutes. That's incredible, as athletic as he is. But he was right there for the first one today. Yakimovsky in the front court for the Cougars. Off to Bamba. Shot clock under 10 as he wiggles left. Passing to the corner for Yakimovsky. Picked up by Hawkins. Out to Bamba, 4 to shoot. A step back 3 over Campbell. Rainbows in. That was up there longer than the Chinese spy balloon.
Well, he got that off of a jab step. It can't be that easy.
That's a guy that has not been shooting well of late because of a hand injury, but he just floated one up and in to make it 3 to 2 in favor of WSU. Clark on a dribble handoff, bobbled by Bailey. He'll accelerate, get to the right elbow, keep on going, forcing up the shot. It dances in, but it won't count. Offensive foul on the Bruins.
Push off the off arm. You can't push your chicken wing off like that. You can't extend the chicken wing. You got to keep it tight.
Bailey, remember, missed 7 games after Oscar Chiefway stepped on his foot at Madison Square Garden, and it happened again against UC Davis. And when he came back, he jumped right back into the scoring column. Right now, Bruins trailing 3 to 2 as Yakimovsky will peel his way right. Hawkins trying to swipe the ball away from him on a switch. Campbell now on the ball as it's lobbed to the right. Muhammad Gay dribbling with the left. Inside, nothing there. To Powell, the 3 on the way and good with a swish. 6-2 Washington.
Real comfortable just on regular penetration and pitches.
Yeah. I get that. But what happens if the petro... It's never going to go away. Okay, Saudi Arabia is our good friend. They know what getting off the dollar would do to their very good friend and protector, the United States. So, it's not going to happen. Okay. And you know another thing, Glenn, that you don't understand is there's just too much out there to lose. And these banks and these countries, they're not just going to let the dollar collapse. They'll lose too much. So stop worrying your cute little head about the dollar. Okay. All right. Well, from all of the experts, that is either head in the sand ignorance or a blatant lie. The thing that has kept our dollar in place is the petro status. It means that Saudi Arabia will only trade in US dollars. So if you have a won or a ruble or a yak, you have to buy a dollar that you can send then to OPEC. Okay? That's why all the countries keep the US dollar on hand. They need it to buy fuel. Well, guess what just happened at the World Economic Forum? It will never ever happen. The Saudis have now said, yeah, we'll pretty much take anything. We are not that picky. Yeah, you can buy it with other things. Sure, go ahead. Let's give that a whirl. Well, Glenn, that will never... It just did. Are part of something like a great reason. Powerful are the ones that know what's coming because they're the ones that screwed it up. They're the ones that have been funneling money to themselves from our treasuries and from our printing presses while they're screwing the little seem to get richer. Why is that? How come the banks have received trillions of dollars, but the little people didn't even know that was happening. It's almost as if these people were robbing our treasuries, looting our countries, knowing that it's going to collapse, and they're positioning themselves to be ready. Collapses into the system they are building. The only ones that don't know are you. It's a conspiracy thing. Is it? Is it? You can be that as much as you want. I'm telling you, these are the robbers. These are the guys that have been hiding in the hills. These are the ones that are stealing you blind. It's the golden goose. It will never... They're going to chop the head off the golden goose. And when they actually start to get out of already selling their dollars, but it hasn't really started yet. As they start to get rid of their dollars, what happens to those dollars? They're no longer in somebody's vault. They are now pouring in from all over the country, which makes our inflation even higher. You'll have to have a way out. I mean, hey, what a coincidence. Currencies being approved right now all over the Western world. The IMF has been working on a basket of currencies for a while now, just in case the US dollar would ever collapse. Whew. Good thing they've done that just recently, when one of them must have figured out that, all the things they've been and so somebody like at 2 o'clock yesterday was like, hey, I know it's Sunday, but I just figured something out. We should do something. Yeah, they've been planning this for a long, long time. Okay. He said, I published an article, The Saudi Coup Signals War and the New. I noted at the time that the sudden power shift over to the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, indicated a change in Saudi Arabia's relationship to the U.S. To understand how drastic this coup has been, consider this. For decades, Saudi kings maintained political balance by doling out vital power positions to separate, carefully chosen successors. It's the defense minister, the interior ministry, the head of the National Guard. But today, Mohammed bin Salman controls all three positions: foreign policy, defense matters, oil, and economic decisions and social changes are all in the hands of one man. So who backed this? Public Investment Fund, a fund comprised of trillions of dollars. Where'd that come? From globalists. Goldman Sachs, Blackstone, BlackRock. The head of the Saudis now fell into favor with the globalists for one reason. He openly supports Vision for 2030. What is Vision for 2030? Oh, the Vision for 2030. That's the World Economic Forum. That's the UN. That's the Great Reset. We're going to get off all of these carbon fuels, these fossil fuels, and we're going to have carbon controls. Wait, Glenn, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's Saudi Arabia. Why would they ever do that? Because the Saudis have been given access to ESG-like funding, as well as access to AI advancement. So the Saudi elites are willing to dump the dollar and even oil to a reimagined economy, a reimagined world. Fantastic. Fantastic. Here's the thing. Saudi Arabia has bandwagon. China has jumped on this bandwagon. When this really starts to kick in, our economy, well, let me put it this way. We outsource our inflation because everybody else is running on dollars that they have to buy from us. Their inflation goes up because of what we do. So I think I told you this in 2009. The rest of the world's going to hate America. If this ever comes really out and everybody really knows, there's a couple of heads on the chopping block. One, America. That's just over. Because we've destroyed our choices to just spend and spend and spend and spend and spend are going to be used against us by foreign leaders who can't keep their people in control and need a villain, and it will be the United States. Then, on top of that, you have the World Economic Forum. The World a lot of this. The Federal Reserve. What happens when the Federal Reserve raises interest rates because they got to suck all that money back in? And yet we don't stop. That's going to be a problem, don't you think? And we're going to have to start spending because things like it's on the brink of collapse. When is somebody going to stand up? A politician, a real leader. I mean, I'm going to be 59 in a couple of weeks. 59. I can't believe it. I don't know what happened. But all of a sudden, I'm 59 years old. My whole life, I'm not getting 30. If I get Social Security, it's going to be worthless. It's going to be worthless. I've known this whole life. Okay. Why is it short? Because at one
binge listen this in all your artist stations, plus any song from our radio all access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
Give your child an outstanding education at Brookfield Private School. For nearly 60 years, Brookfield has been an independent elementary school serving children in preschool through 8th grade with a rigorous curriculum. Teachers are highly qualified subject area specialists, personalized attention in small classes. At Brookfield, we're a tight-knit school community where character. Visit brookfieldprivateschool.org to learn more. Brookfield Private School. Never stop learning. Are you in the market for a new sofa, sectional, or recliner? Don't buy anything until you've stopped in Arizona Leather Interior's gorgeous showroom. They'll pay all the sales tax all month long on any purchase. Visit them in Roseville at the corner of Eureka and Sunrise. Arizona Leather Interiors, proud to be made in America.
Mike Lester, Director of Talon Wealth, you are a fee-only fiduciary financial advisor, and you always have a glass-half-full perspective. But the economic news is discouraging a lot of us.
Certainly, I think it's going to be tough. The economy, that's natural. Things aren't always good. They aren't always bad. But there are far too many advisors telling people to hang in. There are far too many advisors using scare tactics to sell things that, in my opinion, I wouldn't sell my mother. If they took the time to show you all of your other investment options, I don't think you would choose an annuity. Do a deep dive on your investments and what's likely to happen. You'll be more confident moving forward. And that's what we do in our comprehensive financial plan.
Talon is happy to do that complimentary. Call 916-545-6000, 916-445-6000, or guardingyournestegg.com.
Non-private wealth LLC, investing in stock markets. There's no guarantee that all or any capital invested will be repaid, as performance is not a guarantee of future results. California license number 0N00828.
All states are situated.
free resources. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org. Josh Lowe and Tracy Murray with you. Kind of an odd stat, but it's fun to talk about. How many banners are we counting right now? 11? 11 banners. And for Washington State, 3 wins ever against UCLA here in LA. So the fact that the Cougars are up early 16-15, no confetti's in the air quite yet for them, but it's a nice start for Washington State, Tracy. Again, a team that's already beaten Arizona quite soundly on the road.
Right. I mean, they're a good team, you know, and the records indicate how good they are. They're taller in every position than the Bruins.
Adem Bona, speaking of height, is on defense right now. Rosario's checked in for Washington State for the first. He got extended run against SC the other night. Powell, step back 3 on the way, left it short. Rebound tipped around, off Tiger. It's going to go right back to Washington State. How do you not grab that rebound?
Grab it with 2 hands.
Yeah, Tiger let it roll off his right fingers. That was a freebie for the Bruins, but they're going to donate it right back to the Cougars here, inbounding down a point. Powell. Clearance batted down and picked off here by Amari Bailey. Amari bounce pass, knocked right back into the paint. Low pass to Campbell, rotated out to David Singleton now. Bruins got to be more careful with their passing here. They're low, they're high, they're all over the place. Daly left of the lane. Bounce pass to Clark, he's on the elbow. Trying to maneuver inside, finding David Singleton. Entry pass Bailey, driving, scoring off the glass.
Nice pocket pass from Singleton to Bailey. Nice finish with the right hand.
Now that's the bounce pass that made sense, right?
And that's how you use your body to finish.
Muhammad Gay on the foul line, trying to swing his way free. Dump it down, get it back, reverse layup. Blocked by Jalen Clark, and here he comes. Jalen Clark lobbing. He's got Bailey driving. Finger roll. Wipe it away. Offensive foul. It went down and in off the glass. Team from Glenn Mayberry saying that's 2 fouls now. Both offensive fouls on Bailey.
But that's Clark's fault. He set Bailey up for that foul by throwing it and not seeing where the secondary defender is. There's a guy in there looking like he's going to take a charge. Don't throw the ball to him.
He's looking at the replay now, and his mouth is hanging open like there. He's like, I didn't make any contact.